Hare Krishna. So this is Chaitanya Anandas again. So what we have over here is, I'll just clear this up. So what we have over here is these two speakers. These two speakers over here you can see, and what I've done in this one is that these speakers, they come like this. So this is the speaker compartment and this is the circuit compartment. So the company has given some, this is the actual, this is the separating section, but the company gives some slots over here, and what happens because of that is that the sound of the diaphragm comes out from the slots, and it you can feel the air over here in the you know in this, from the holes. When you cover this up, air, you can feel the air of the sound coming from the pen drive, from the USB port, from the earphone port, from this MMC, you know HDMMC card slot, and the V3 pin port. So we don't want the air to come out from these ports unnecessarily. So what we have done over here is we have covered everything up. All the holes have been covered. There was a battery over here, so there's a battery like this over here, like this. And what I've done over here, as you can see, is I've covered all the holes. You can see the holes were over here, you know and I have brought the battery from this side to this side, and instead of putting this one, which was low amperes battery, I put a 2600 milliampere battery. And the sound of this speaker is much better. I'll just show you the sound of these two speakers. This speaker, I have not done all this thing that I've done on this speaker, this one and this one. I'll be showing you how I'm going to attach the battery over here, and then I'll putting this Fabi bond over here, like this, coat it over here, everywhere I'll be putting, so that the speaker section is sealed completely, and the air will only come out from this one slit. You can see this slit over here. One I've kept it open because when I close both of them, now the sound was not coming properly. So you have to keep a little bit slit open so that the air comes out from here only from one section. And where is it? Yeah. So this is the speaker. The speaker will come over here like this. This is speaker driver, and little bit of the air, because when it moves up and down, it creates a vacuum and uh, air pressure inside. And if that slit is not there, this diaphragm does not move properly. So it's able to it's not able to recreate the mids and the lows properly. So थोड़ा दब के आता है आवाज़. So you have to open this slit, and when I opened the slit, then only the sound started coming nicely. because I've closed everything, so no, you know, oh, the sound was not coming properly out from the diaphragm. So that's why, this slit had to be opened. Otherwise, I had poured this Febibond over here also, as I poured over here, and had closed everything out. But then I had to open it up, and then only the sound started coming nicely. And in this speaker, none of the slits have been closed like this, and the sound does escape from the speaker diaphragm, and you can feel the air from the USB port and the earphone ports and the MMC card slot and the V3 charging port. You can see, you can feel, and then the sound doesn't come as much as it should come. Punch नहीं आता है. Particularly at the bass frequencies, you don't get that punch. Mid frequencies and low frequencies are okay, but bass you don't get so much effect. And even the tone and the harmonics change a little bit, slightly, when you have covered all the slits. So I'll just show you the demonstration of this.
ये सबर्ब्स वाला लाफ क्या बोलते हैं यार बैंड्रा वेस्ट वाला लाफ
What man baga you're talking man?
बैंड्रा ईस्ट वाला लाफ हाँ मेरी जान क्या बोला है बंटाई अब सतरंगी मुंबई के अतरंगी लाफ एक साथ सुनाई देगी 1 जुलाई को, क्योंकि 91.9 FM रेडियो नशा ले आया है दल तेरी यादों के सब खो गए कहीं, किस्सा वही पर कहीं, तेरी यादों के सब खो गए कहीं, किस्सा वही पर कहानी में तुम नहीं कहीं।
हिंदी फिल्मी गाने हो या इनके अपने इंडी गाने, नाम और काम दोनों आपने सुना होगा। हमारे आर्टिस्ट ऑफ द वीक साज भाट। आप सुन रहे हैं #The Blue Mic Season 2 only on Big FM। कभी ऐसा मैंने कभी जान अनजाने में, बट होता ना कि किसी को आप इतना पसंद करते हैं कि उसकी झलक आपकी सिंगिंग में आ जाती है। तो ऐसा कभी हुआ कि किसी को कॉपी किया हो आपने?
मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि जैसे
Sound is coming from this speaker now,
कॉपी में ऐसा होता है, बहुत सारी चीजें
and
होती
I'm
है।
switching
कॉपी
this
में
one
ऐसा
off
होता
and
है कि आप अगर
putting
किसी
this
का
one on.
अच्छी चीजें अगर कॉपी, या मैंने आतिफ की बहुत सारे फील्स हैं, वो बहुत प्यारा गाता है, तो उनका टोन, कई कॉम्पोजिशन मुझे ऐसे मिली जिनकी रिक्वायरमेंट ऐसी थी कि इसमें आतिफ असलम चाहिए, तो मैंने अपना बेस्ट दिया जिसमें मैं आतिफ ला सकता हूँ, और काफी हद तक लोगों को वो बहुत पसंद आया। तो मैं बहुत खुश होता हूँ कि जब मैं ये चीज कर लेता हूँ कि यार मैंने किया तो यार बहुत बेस्ट किया, बहुत बेस्ट वाला कॉपी किया है, बहुत अच्छा वर्जन वाला कॉपी किया जिसमें मैं कर सकता हूँ। और अरिजीत के फील है,
एंड उसी के बाद इसी चैनल के एक शो जिसमें वो लोग खतरों से खेलने जाते हैं कि पार्टिसिपेंट भी बने, अब सुनने में आया है कि वो इस शो में भी आएंगे। ये तो मैंने 6 महीने पहले प्रेडिक्ट कर दिया था। कंट्रोवर्सी इक्वल्स टू रियलिटी शो, ओनली ऑन मिर्ची 98.3। स्टे ट्यून्ड, स्टे हॉट।
कुड़िए मैनू सारी खबर मेरे पीछे की कर दी है तू।
Now the sound is coming from here,
मुझे प्यार
and now the sound is coming from here.
पूरा करती है तू।
So you can see that the quality of sound is much better from here,
रख सोनी जवानी नु संभाल के सके
and it's not so good from
तेज विखी होना एक फेस जदों
here.
मैं पछतावेगी गाने मित्रा दे गावेगी तू मेरे पीछे आवेगी गाने मित्रा दे गावेगी दिल्ली बह के पछतावेगी।
So the bass effect is also much better in this one, and it is not so much because the air is escaping from here. So I can feel the air coming out from here, from particularly from here and from these ports. So if I just cover this, you can see by covering the sound changes. So what we are going to do now is I'm going to show you how to connect a battery to these kind of speakers where and completely cover the ports. I've already done it over here. So you get these kinds of in Lamington Road you will get it. Lamington Road, which is at Grant Road. Grant Road East is Lamington Road Market, electronic spare markets, and you get these shrink sleeves which are made of, basically these are nothing but rubber tubes, very thin rubber tubes. They heat on shrink, they shrink on heat. So if you blow hot air on it, or if you take a like this soldering gun and you smear, if the hot, this is not hot, as I just put it on till it's getting warm, but when it is hot they shrink. So I have not shrinked I have not, and you can use it for covering anything like this. I have used this for covering this. So what we are going to do is we are going to put a battery at the back. So how I do that, I'll just show you. So I just made indications over here and here, and as soon as the battery is the soldering gun is hot, it's getting hot, the soldering gun is getting hot, and here we have the solder, and I'll put my magnifying spectacles so that I can work properly, without which I can't see properly. So these kinds of magnifying glasses help a lot for any technician who can work very nicely with the help of these magnifying in us head over spectacles. And this is what this is called, this is a lock strap. So we'll be making plastic insertions over here, and we'll be sliding the lock strap inside, and then we'll be locking the battery. We'll be putting this battery over here. This is the 2600 milliampere battery. Each is 2600 milliampere, and we'll be putting it over here. We'll be making two holes over here and here, and we have this cutoff circuit. You get this whole strip like this. of these cutoff circuits. So I have just removed one. I've already put the solder on it, and we'll be using a little bit wiring we'll be doing, and then we will put the speaker, we'll cover this with the cover, and then we'll see how the sound comes. Okay, so I think it's hot, और जल्दी से करते हैं because I don't want to waste your time. So this is what we are going to do. ये solder लगा दिया इधर. Put the solder on the tip, and just see where I had put last time. Over here. Okay, so over here I'll just show you so that you can also see. So the heat of the soldering, the heat of the soldering gun via the solder transfers into the rod of the screwdriver, and I'm using minus because I want to make a minus insertion in the plastic, so the heat melts the plastic and you quickly insert the I'll have to this is just a demonstration to demonstrate to you how it's done. And what you do is you just cut the extra melted plastic, just cut it with a blade. Like this, you can see. And if it is slightly slanted, just make it straight. So it's little bit slanted, so just with the help of a file, yeah, so it's straight now. Yeah, Wait. Okay. Just remove the extra plastic, melted plastic, which has come out with the help of this blade. You can use a file also. So that's done. And then you insert this lock strap over here, and from here you remove it out, take it tight as tight as possible, then you insert the lock strap into the locking section, insert the battery and make it tight. And there you have it. And you just cut it. extra part you cut, and that's done. Now you have to see that between these points this battery is exactly coming in between. Okay, and then with the pen you just mark just make a marking. Marking over here and marking over here. And what you do is this, with the help of this drill bit, you can do it with the hand also. You don't need a drilling machine. With your hand you make a hole. See how I'm making? So simple, looks very clean, looks very professional. So I have drilled a hole, you can see. Nice hole. And like that, over here also we will drill a hole, and the marking yes. So hole has been created. And then what you do is we will remove this battery out, and we have to make some markings on the batteries both side. This is the positive side, this is the negative side, and always keep the printed part above. So exactly at this below part of the printing will make a, on the metal part we'll use the file to scratch the upper surface so that the solder nicely gets soldered onto the metal body like this. And over here will be the soldering point. Just scratch with the tip of this file, or you can use anything to scratch the surface. So once the surface is scratched, then the solder catches to the metal very nicely, and then we will solder the body like this. You can see. And here like that, and this is done. Great. Now insert the battery. The battery is inserted. Yeah, so the wire will come from here, get soldered over here. The wire will come from here and get soldered over here. Now comes the wire. So what we'll be doing is that this is the cutoff circuit, so we'll be connecting the black wire to this. This is the battery point of the cutoff circuit. So this black wire will go to the negative of this battery. So we just take the measurement over here, goes up till here. Okay, fine. This is the point at which we'll cut it. We just make all the, then this is the this wire which will come from here, keep extra one and come up till here. So this is the red wire which comes from the battery, and this one will come from here, it will come over here like this to the positive terminal. And the negative terminal here, positive terminal, negative terminal. So our wire cutting is over. Now I have kept a separate soldering gun for just this purpose. I don't use the soldering gun with which I do soldering for removing this epoxy rubber coating of the wires. That I use another solder gun specifically for that purpose only. like that. Now just solder the points quickly. Like this. Okay. Okay, soldered. And this wire. Soldered. And then this goes to this. Like this. Okay. And this goes to this.
अरे वाह शूटिंग करते हैं आप
हाँ
मैं कर दूं पाउडर
हाँ
और पानी पी लो
and this goes over here. that, and then this goes like this. Now I've already made a hole over here, you can see, for these two wires to go inside, and a hole over here for the speaker wires. So we'll insert these two wires. First goes the red wire, black wire. You will take it from here. This wire will take it from here. Yes, this wire also will take it from here. And we'll put some Fevikwik, Fevibond, not Fevikwik, a little bit at the back. Just stick it over here. So that when the speaker diaphragm vibrates unnecessarily, this small tiny speaker should not vibrate and create a second sound inside. So ensure that this is nicely stuck somewhere like this. Yeah, then insert the wire over here. Now you don't want the air to escape from any of the ports unnecessarily, so here coat everything with this epoxy coating of Fevibond. Okay, and this hole also. This will go there. This will go there. Yes. This will go to the speakers. This will go to the speaker circuit, and we'll connect the speaker circuit now. Well, this is the antenna wire, so we'll connect it to the antenna wire screw. We have desoldered it and we solder it back again, otherwise you will not get any antenna reception, FM reception. So the signal from the antenna is telescopic antenna is carried via this wire to the antenna solder point, and it goes to the IC over here, and then from here it goes over here. This is the amplifier circuit, and this drives the driver speaker over here, you can see, and this is the system IC which operates the switches and the LED indicator, and it also operates the uh, micro SD card and pen drive and MMC card, like that. So mainly we have only three ICs over here. This is the FM IC, this is system IC, and this is the amplifier, audio amplifier IC. This is an on off switch, this is the earphone socket, this is the auxiliary socket, this is the V3 charging port, this is the pen drive port, and these prongs are for the battery, this flat battery, but we are not going to connect that. We have connected, instead we have connected this external battery, more powerful, and we'll be connecting this, yeah, like this. Just remove this temporary and just fix this, inserting everything properly. It's gone. And where are its screws? Yeah, and there was a small screw also. Yeah, so this is a small screw. So this is the negative, this is the positive, and if you want to confirm which is positive and negative, otherwise if you connect ulta, then there will be problem. So here the positive negative are mentioned, this is positive, this is negative, and you just check the battery compartment is like this. So this battery will come like this. So this is the positive and this is the negative. The upper side is the negative and the lower side is the positive, because the battery comes over here like this. You see here, like this inside. We are not going to connect that. We are going to connect, we don't require this battery, but we just saw the negative positive, like this it is. Positive is below, negative is up, so we'll connect it accordingly, and we'll put some positive cable, one more. So this wire goes over here. And this wire here. And the black one goes over there, so what we'll do is that first we'll connect the black one. The negative wire. Then we'll connect the positive wire. Yeah. Positive wire has been soldered. And switching on, here is the on off switch here. This is the on off switch. It becomes on. And just see 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Everything is operating nicely. Pause, volume up, volume down, forward, reverse, all is operating perfect. Now what we have to do is we have to fix the speaker driver, and this is the positive, this is the negative of it. Positive will go to positive, negative will go to negative, or the speaker driver, this is the positive. So I've already indicated this is positive, which is negative. In one speaker it was indicated, in this speaker it was not indicated, so I indicated it. And soldered. It's too long, so cut it short. You only do that much which is required for soldering, not too much. Remove it out. and solder it. Yeah, soldered. So this is positive, this is negative. Yeah. Okay, now we just test whether speaker driver is working or not. Sound is coming. Auto tune. Let all the stations get tuned. Battery is low, so what we'll do is try to charge the speakers. Charge the speaker a little bit. Charging is taking place. So I think it's operating, and we'll just, now what we have to do is, this is the interesting part, we want to seal everything. You see, so we are going to put Fevibond. Put over here also. Ensuring that it gets nicely sealed. And then quickly put this over here. Okay, I forgot one thing. No, but not required anyway. And seal this. And put the screws. Fatafat. See, three, and one more screw should be there. Where is it? Yeah, three. Move the screw first anti-clockwise, and then it fixes in the groove, plastic groove, and then move it clockwise always. So first anti-clockwise, yeah, now clockwise. First anti-clockwise and then clockwise. Yeah. Just moving. And then we have to seal this. We have to put some caps on it. So what has happened is that these screws now, they have not fixed properly. The grooves of the plastic grooves have gone bad. So what we'll do is we'll put some rubber band. Rubber band is in my rubber band here. I've got rubber bands. So the rubber band will ensure that it's properly tight, and whatever extra see epoxy that is coming out, just remove it out. Extra epoxy of the Fevibond, epoxy adhesive, synthetic adhesive of the Fevibond, just remove it out. Okay, remove it out from your fingers also. Like that. Okay, and what you have to do is, this is done, cover the back side. One screw. We screwed everything, no? One screw is remaining. Okay. Tight, tight, tight. Okay.
जुड़ते जाएं Podcast like a pro with Hubhopper, an easy-to-use platform where you can create, manage, and track your show with ease. Through Hubhopper, you can get your show across 35.
We'll just tune it. Auto tune.
आजादी
Auto tune it.
दीपक 11 बजे डोर स्टेप गोल्ड लोन एप्लीकेशन में लॉगिन कीजिए, फिर अपनी सुविधा के अनुसार डोर स्टेप गोल्ड लोन सर्विस अपने घर पे शेड्यूल कीजिए। उसके बाद हम
से संबंधित ज्ञान ताकि आपके जीवन।
दीपक ने बातों बातों में यहाँ को
झूम रही है हवा तेरे संग यारा अख लड़
30,000 का बैग OMG।
धुंध जरा सा तारा जरा सा तारा फिर तुमसे करवा ले जैसा।
अब रेडियो की आवाज बनने वाली है तो ऐसा लगता है कि यार 3 साल तक तो कम से कम मेरी आवाज चलती रहेगी लोगों के साथ। मेरे मॉम के लिए
So like that, it's working very nicely. So you have seen how we have attached a battery at the back of the speaker, and what we have to do now is that, you know, we have something like this, you know, this is also basically shrink sleeve. This is a little bit smaller than this, and what I do is so the inside part of this, you know, solder ring, like these solder rings, this is over, solder is over, but I use this for, you know, making rounds like this. I'll just show you how I make one like this with the pen, and then they just cut it round, and this is the rounds you get. Now this is because it's double, then you just make one round, you get two rounds like this. These are basically very thin rubber, shrink sleeve rubber tubes, and you just remove two parts of this, and then this is the cover of this. Anyway, and you just here it is. Cover it and like that. Cut it round. You get these two. Is all ready made that I made. And just put the epoxy on this side. And this side. Yeah, and on this cover it and this, and just let it dry a little bit. And then you, once it's dried, just take it over here and here, and this is what you will get, like this, and your speaker is ready. So this is how the speaker is made, and I'm just put it on charging because the battery is little bit down, but this is a 2600 milliampere battery. And this is how you attach a battery externally to such speakers, and these speakers will then give a many hours of playback like this, and the sound will be much better because we have sealed everything from inside. Hare Krishna.